Live from our Milton Terminal in Milton, Pennsylvania, this is the Nearly Famous CB Show. And now, here are the stars of the show, Chris Patton and Brandon Kozer.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, welcome. What a
Big crowd this week. We had a little snow earlier this week. Who made it?
Very familiar faces out
Oh,
there.
well, there's that. There's Katie.
Katie, yeah, I was wondering where she was at. There, she made it up again.
We got
All right.
Tara. Tara's over here.
Tara's
She's a new
here.
face. Mike.
right.
Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining us here today.
Hey, thanks for taking the time off and coming supporting us, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Chris.
I'm Brandon. We did have some snow this week.
Mhm.
There was that big nor'easter they took Colin for, and it was a little disappointing.
Yeah, it was.
A little disappointing, but hey, I was all right with it.
Yeah, the schools are off.
Schools are off. Waste of a day there.
Mm-hmm.
But, actually Danville did the remote learning.
Oh,
so
good
it's
for
kind of
them.
neat they do that because now they don't have to make it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good for them. But
What else is going on?
I don't know. I got stuff for the weekly update, which we'll get to. But my week, I know what you want to talk about this week. I know what you're waiting to talk about. So earlier this week,
Yeah.
as you know, one of my side hustles is reffing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a spy on us this week.
You
I
did.
actually hit the floor with Mr. Jeff Samsel. And for all you dedicated CB show followers, Jeff was on a couple months back. And so Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff here works here at Watson.
Yeah, he works here at
Yeah, a lot
Wattstown.
of
We had
years.
him on, and
Side hustles as well.
we hit the court together on
Is
Monday.
that your first time?
Oh, that's actually our second time.
Okay.
Yep, our second time together. But
Who'd you guys ref?
We had Lewisburg against Mifflinburg,
Ooh,
junior high, 7th, 8th. And
that's
actually,
nice.
Jeff only came. Jeff had the 8th and 9th grade.
Okay.
I got stuck with 7th, 8th, and 9th, all of them. But we did good. Obviously.
Any controversy?
No. Listen, when you're as good as we are.
Yeah, it's cool. The spy got us a picture here.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
We're taking a little breather there.
Who won? Who won the games though? For the big fans out there following junior high basketball.
It was a sweep for Lewisburg.
Oh,
The
okay.
Dragons just swept the Wildcats. But they were good games.
Mhm.
It was definitely good competitive games for the most part. Very good sportsmanship. Coaches were all good, and not a whole lot from the fans either.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
it was a
That's
good night.
pretty good day. So yeah, that's great. We talk about side hustles. We things you do when you're not working here.
Right.
Enjoy your life. So good for you too. And,
Yeah.
do you have any more games this year? How much
I
more do you have?
do. I have a game tonight in Danville, actually.
Oh,
My home stomping ground. So little JV boys. So that'll be. I'm going to run my butt off on that one. That's a big court. And then I have. Well, there's only about 4 weeks left for playoffs, so I don't do the playoffs.
Mm.
But so I got about 6 games left.
a big fan, of the show. I guess actually he's actually hosted the show for us, Jonathan Walker. Now we talked about this, and we'll give him a little shout out.
Yep.
He likes to ump,
Yeah.
for softball a lot. So I know you guys always talk about your ump and reffing.
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
It's ready for spring ball, so he'll be ready to be out there in the Blues.
Yeah.
But so that's it.
All
That's
right,
all I
good. Well, thanks for the spy for getting those pictures.
Yeah. Thanks for hiding in the crowd there. Appreciate it. So
Why don't we
you
get
got
right?
anything or no?
Why don't we get right into our favorite?
Let's
segment?
jump right into it.
The weekly update.
All right, so this week, we had 3 in class.
Yep.
A good class. We had Gary and David from Ohio, and then John from Virginia. So definitely want to welcome them aboard. Definitely always great to see new faces
Mm-hmm.
come in. They would seem to be very happy and energetic and get out on the road. And as I always say, if you have any friends, family, or yourself are looking to join our team, reach out to myself or Tony. Like you always like to say about the referral bonus.
Yeah,
Get your friends, your family out here with you. You get your referral bonus, cash, a little vacation day, and plus you get to see a familiar face out there on the road. So it's always fun.
Yeah, I know, on those lines, we're looking. There's some new ads out there Tony has created. Kind of fun if you saw us on Facebook. In-house creation, our department really stepped up on those.
Doing above and beyond.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So.
But yeah, we're growing, especially in certain markets. That we're really growing in a tougher economy.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. So that's great for us and great for our teammates out there. So,
well, do you want to talk about your thing there, and then because I also have to shout out for no DOT reportables.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So again, another great week by the guys and girls out there. No DOT reportables this week, and no lost time injury. So great week. Keep up the good work, and safety.
That's right.
It's awesome.
So one thing, we talk about this week, 3 years ago, we last week at the fireside chat, with Nick, and it's funny since the fireside chat, a lot of the fan base really went nuts. Big Nick was on the
talking about Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and obviously the banter came back and forth. We got a lot of feedback from that. And we got a lot of feedback for thanking us for having Nick. He is such a familiar face, especially on the warehousing side. But, with that said, we that banter between the GOAT, right?
Yes.
And for those that don't know, who's the greatest NBA basketball player of all time? Many in our office will say
it's Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, right?
And the ones that don't know will say LeBron James.
Right.
And the ones that are confused will say Larry Bird. But there's also one name.
So one name that stands out. But 3 years ago this week, he died tragically. But Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And, actually, I got something to say here. He came from my area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
okay.
Kobe's from down by Philly. So it's even more like sentimental.
You watch him grow up and go through.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty. But, again, sad day. But some would consider him the GOAT.
Listen, I'm telling you, he can be arguably, he's definitely right around the number 2.
Yeah.
Right below Michael.
Right below Michael.
And above Larry.
And then.
Well, then you have Akeem.
Well, I mean, Will Chamberlain, Shaquille, somewhere down the line,
we
will get to LeBron, you think?
Oh, yeah, I was getting there. I promise.
Yeah, so great debate, but it was awesome to have Nick on the fireside.
Yes.
So, I guess that's all we got for the.
Well.
Oh, hold up. You know what? We always say.
You got one and I got one. So
yeah, hold on a second.
Let's not rush
let's not forget the calendar, right?
Yes.
So.
Who's on January?
January is
Ken Brown.
Big
KB.
So make sure, January's ending, but hey, there's 11 more months in here. February, week, we'll be able to unveil.
We unveil February.
Yeah, February. That'd be exciting.
So let's come back.
Grab that calendar, right?
Calendar. We got a few left. Get out there. And then I guess I have an announcement.
Oh, what is
do they
that?
call it? PSA.
Oh.
In the back here, if you look at this slide here, back row where the construction's going on, there's a fence back here. I know drivers have been parking their personal cars, or even some of the flatbed drivers parking the trucks back in that area. We need to get that cleared out of there.
Okay.
I did send a fleet message out earlier in the week, but just keep that area clean. The construction crew's going to be doing some stuff in there, so we don't want to damage any equipment or any personal vehicles. So make sure we're getting clear of that area. There's space all around to relocate. I know it's going to be a little bit of a burden till that's done, but that's my PSA.
That's great. So hey, listen, it's been a while. I think we're going to make this a new segment, and going forward, but we used to do this. My favorite, part of our show was dad jokes.
Yeah.
And we haven't done one of those in a while.
We haven't done one.
So I thought, why don't we just make it a new segment for us?
Okay.
I don't know. We want to call it Chris's.
Well, let's not go with Chris's deep thoughts because that didn't last for a while.
What are we gonna go with?
I don't know. What do you want?
Well, hey, you know what? Maybe
we'll come up
and maybe the audience can
give us an idea.
So we need a new segment here to start this, but to get this started here, I got one.
You got one picked out?
Yeah, I got one picked out. I think you really, really like it. All right?
All right. I'm all ears.
All right. You ready?
I'm waiting. Take your time.
You ready? Did you hear about the guy who tried to sign a check with a broken pen?
No.
It was pointless. Funny as heck. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want one more? I'll do it.
I mean, if it's as good as that one, give us one more, please.
Listen to the crowd, man. The crowd is...
One more. Promise. Just promise. Just one more.
All right. Hold on. I have one other one picked out here. Hold on.
They're on the edge of their seats.
You like a good knock-knock, Joe. Who doesn't like a good knock-knock?
I love good knock-knocks.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Cash.
Cashew.
Actually, I prefer walnuts. Katie's looking at me. She really likes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if we'll take a vote, but if anybody doesn't mind in the audience, I'm going to go into my favorite segment here real quick. All right, well, welcome to this week's safety tip. I know I took a little sabbatical there from these, but with the holidays that just came through, this is a big topic that I saw and we have discussed, and it's basically distracted driving. So I just thought I would recap and see what we got going on for distracted driving, a few facts here. So let's check it out. So distracted driving. There's obviously several different ways that distracted driving is considered. When you talk on a cell phone, it's distracted, and you can see that this is a survey of people. 74% of people say that they talk on a cell phone at least once while driving. As you read down, 21% do it frequently, and then you continue down. Read text messages, 45%. Send text messages, 37%. Then you continue down. Personal grooming, check social media, or they even continue to read books or watch videos on a smartphone down there at the bottom. Such things as that. That's very dangerous. All that considers under distracted driving. Here statistically, distracted driving from 2019 versus 20. I know it's a little dated, but it's about the most recent I could find. Texting or email. And in 19, about 19% of people did in 2019 with texting or email, and has increased to 26%. Checking social media went from 13 to 20. Taking videos and pictures from 10 to 19, and shopping online has also doubled plus some. Definitely while we're driving, a big thing, we want to make sure that we're maintaining our lane. We want to avoid frequent lane changes, stay in one lane as much as possible, understanding that that the distractions in the car, outside the car, take our attention off of our surroundings. And so by maintaining a single lane minimizes our risk of these accidents with side swipes such as that. But anytime we are going to change our lanes, when, if we are distracted at all, make sure that you're going to change the lane, make sure that it's safe to do so. Use your mirrors, lean and look, and get across the adjacent lane as quickly as possible after using your turn signal. Again, this is focusing on after we, if we have a distraction in the vehicle, which again, we're trying to avoid distractions, but if we do, before we have to go change the lane, a big thing is with the travels that I see, you see people that are distracted, and then all of a sudden they just pop up and they whip over, change the lane, or they see the exit that they needed to come up. And so it kind of mixed in two things there together about lane changing with distraction, just to show how impactful the distractions can be, and how quick you can, if things will come up on your turn or your lane change will come up on you. So minimize the distraction inside the vehicle, but if you do get distracted, make sure before we're changing lanes that we are checking our surroundings before making any changes. Have a safe week. So, again, it doesn't matter when it is, what time of year it is, cell phones, food, even the radio. It's all distracting. Anything, focus on the road, be safe.
Yep.
Again, on my safety meetings, one of the things I was actually showing this quarter for any, we had a safety meeting this month, but as to how the accidents are occurring, and where it's climbing and where it's costing the company. So, definitely distractions.
Distractions, right?
Yeah.
I always go back to the cell phone. I find it refreshing, and I'm sure you do as well. Like when you are able to take that phone and put it away for a while and not even worry about it.
Yeah.
Right? It's actually relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of lives with their cell phones.
Yeah,
right?
It's almost like you can't live without it anymore.
Right.
But it is very, like, you get behind the wheel and you can just put it away, turn it on silent. So, when you get to the stop, you pull it out,
right.
Just leave it out of your hand, it's safe. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. And we just see it, and you're going to hear us more and more about this because it's so important, because we see it not just in the big trucks, but also in personal vehicles and such. So it is a problem, and we want to be, front runners in the fact that
we're pushing to get it out of your hand.
Yeah. So hey, another great episode. I think the crowd really enjoyed the dad jokes. I think they're looking forward. We didn't do fireside chat this week. We got some big guests on our way.
Yep.
I know you got big safety tips coming up next week. So
we got a lot coming, and we have we're unveiling February
calendar.
So hey, I mean, next week's going to be huge.
Yeah, it will be.
I don't know if we have enough room in here. So sponsors, shout out. Couldn't do it without them.
Nope. Family companies all working together. And,
Patent Logistics Group, Patent Warehousing, Watertown Trucking, and Patent Logistics. So appreciate all their support and support of all our followers.
Yep. So make sure, hey, when we're watching the video, make sure we give it a little like there at the end of the video.
Like, thumbs up, comment.
Tell your friends about us. Get some more viewership. Because
right.
we're always kicking that can.
We are kicking the can around. See if we can do any better.
So until next week, be safe.
Have a good week.